Hey guys, Nopon, and I'm going to make 3 videos, 2 unrelated. The first 2 will be kind of, well, related. The first one will be the future of Leapfrog. I mean, 10 years later, Leapfrog. Okay, Leapfrog 10 years later. Now, Tad is actually working at the letter factory with Professor Quigley and his father, and Mr. Webley bought the letter factory back in 2000 years in the past. And Mr. Webley still, and Tad, what about Leap and Lily? Yes, they're in this. They're Leap and Lily. And what about the baby? Well, being how the baby doesn't have an official name, it's just known as the baby. It's yet known as the baby. I don't know who the baby from, that last Leapfrog thing won't be a part of 10 years later because they never gave an official name on the show. The baby will be. Anyway, Tad is 30 years old now. All the characters are in their story except for the baby. The babies are the youngest of the Frog family. Like at 13, because Leap and Lily are. Because Tad, Leap, and Lily are at the age of. Tad is actually. Leap is older than Tad. Tad is actually 4 years old by time of the first Leapfrog video. Because. Don't you learn? Hold on. Tad's just about to enter kindergarten. Tad. Here's an explanation. Tad. He seems to. Let's just say he's 4 or 5. About before pre kindergarten. You know. Because being how I'm kindergarten, because don't you learn your letters? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I just want to say Tad's way young by the time we see him in Letter Factory. And a full. Anyway, back to why Leap is actually a teacher. 10 years into the future, Leap is a teacher, Lily the president of the United States of America. Tad's the only one that is still with his family. His family. Because his mom's health, on the other hand, his mom's health has deteriorated a lot throughout the years. Especially the last few years. Let me just think of a name for the babies. Bob and Marcelina. I decided to name one after my grandma. Mom. Anyway, Bob, the boy, he doesn't, even though he was taught by Professor Quigley about letters at 4 years old too, he went on to be scientist. And Marcy, she became a doctor because of her mom degraded health over the years. Her mom, she felt like it was her fault that her mom her mom health for Mr. and Mrs. Frog. It's a standard typical where you don't give sometimes. Frank and Lily. I'm calling them Frank and Lily. I'm calling them Frank and Marilyn. Frank and Marilyn health had degraded a lot over the last 10 years. And Tad not aware of it because he decided to move on. He got promoted to another leather factory in a far off continent, away from Frank and Mary. Away from Frank and Mary. But then, and that where we start the 10 years later episode. After all that, Tad is still letters make sounds to make words. Every letter makes a sound. The O says ah. As Tad goes into the O room, and also 10 years down the road, the Complex Word Factory, the Complex Words and the Word Factory and the Letter Factory have all boiled into one factory. Have all boiled into one factory. Like every room in. But Tad looked at a photo taken almost 5 years ago. The day he graduated college. And don't you graduate college at age 22? Yeah, I know. Tad is the only one that cares about his mother. As his mother said, Dr. Marcy gave her only 5 months left. And Frank also is on death row. Both of them are dying soon. But then they have one last letter adventure in the letter factory. Tad spelled the word lost and remember. He spelled the word lost and remember. He spelled the word remember and don't forget to remember. And at the end of the movie, the episode or movie, also in my head, there's a Leapfrog series that based on the Letter Factory. And Tad said, "Goodbye, Mom and Dad." As he go back. And also I forgot to mention some side characters. So Professor Quigley is very old and elderly. Why not Professor? No. Well, you see, it was Tad's grandparents. No, it has grandparents, not his parents. It would have his grandparents. The parents are like that doing fine. His parents are doing just fine. His grandparents are dying. So that was Leapfrog 10 years later. Yeah, not great. Anyway, see you in a minute.